celebrated with a traditional fireworks display. Not here in Day Heights.
Here, the 4th is celebrated not with a boom, but a vroom, as residents take their lawnmowers to the streets to race in the traditional Eagle Ridge 1.
It's been going on for about, this is the 6th annual race. Started with a bunch of guys around saying who had the fastest mower to cut their grass, and it's blossomed into a 20-some-odd mower race.
Now, this is no small get-together. Literally hundreds line the strip. Most of these blade runners were competing for this coveted trophy, with the traveling salesman on the top. Oh, well, it was the best they could do. As the qualifying rounds were taking place, we had a chance to peruse the pit area, and as you can see, some of the machines were quite elaborate. Some were not.
Well, you know, I wanted to modify my mower, and I still wanted to be able to cut my grass, so I just took an old ladder back chair and hooked it up to the mower for a little comfort during the race.
The race was billed as a family affair, and some family members had to take part, like it or not.
The preliminaries were soon over. Time for the real racing to begin.
The heavy favorite to take it all this year was Big Roy Drewhart, sitting atop his specially built 750cc mower.
Okay, get ready, guys. You gotta pay attention down here. You're gonna get run over.
On your marks, get set, and... Roy did win it, blades down. He was off to the winner's circle while the others crept back to the backyard tool sheds. The winning comments spoken like a true sportsman.
How's it feel to win it?
Well, been in Little Bear spins in competition, you know.
George Chiccarone, Eyewitness 12 News, Day Heights.
Dan Royal wants the winner to come over to his house and cut grass real soon. When Eyewitness 12 returns, Don Burrows has the sports and highlights of Aaron Pryor and his fireworks display inside the Coliseum today. There was a group of residents in Eagle Ridge that got together for their traditional lawnmower race. There were mowers of all shapes and sizes here. The favorite of the blade runners was Big Roy Drewhart, who raced atop his specially built mower. Here he goes. Roy, by the way, won the race. We're going to give it away because he won it blades down. Look at him go. Boy, he went off to the winner's circle while the others crept back to the backyard tool sheds waiting to do that wonderful weekend chore they were all built for. Look at that guy go. He could probably cut your lawn in no time.
Every single one of them came to my house. They got halfway through. It's going to be nice tomorrow. A little humid, but hot.
How about in sports? Final words.
Roy has some good speed. We could use him on the Reds' base paths, I suppose. Yet another loss for... They're 17 after that, but they come home tomorrow.
That's right. Let's give them a good one.
Please keep watching your screen.
All right, we hope you enjoy the week coming up. For those in front and behind
The Kentucky Derby. Well, on the 4th of July, another kind of race is celebrated. Sort of a new slice of Americana, as Eyewitness 12's Deborah Dixon reports.
This sound is what you usually hear on that one morning when you want to sleep late. The irritating sound of the lowly lawnmower. But today, the lawnmower had its moment in the sun. For today, in the community of Eagle Ridge, the lawnmower was the focus of a July 4th celebration. And after fierce bidding with ABC Sports, Eyewitness 12 has exclusive rights to the 7th annual lawnmower race.
The engine's completely stock. Everything else is stock, but it was really the ability of the driver here.
Did you do this all for the race?
Oh, yeah, just for the race. We don't use this any other time but the race.
You got to have guts, which I don't, and I'm still shaking from it. I've never been on one that went this fast.
Oh, it's World Series. It's a World Series event. Yes, ma'am. It's for the fun and the camaraderie of our community. Try to draw everybody together, and it's one day out of the year we want the kids to think of the 4th of July as something special. That's why I did the parade at the beginning, and then the Mower race. It's something they'll always remember, I'm sure.
We'll be back in just a moment.
Over 100 years ago, Frederick Miller started an American tradition.
Well, it may not be the Indianapolis 500, but to these serious racers, lawn mowing is the only way to go, go, go. More powerful than well, maybe not a locomotive, but certainly faster than a push mower. These machines and their drivers have been roaming around lawns for weeks, gearing up for the big day. And don't think just anyone could enter. The rules and regulations were pretty tough. For example, the use of steroids was prohibited. How would you know if any of your riders or the mowers had taken steroids?
Well, actually, you haven't probably seen it yet, but we have a member of the American Lawnmower Racing Association here who is inspecting all of these mowers and taking gas samples and such to make sure it's, everything's on the up and up.
The races were so exciting you just couldn't keep your eyes off of them. You name it, they entered. Uncle Sam, farmers, and yes, even the bird was there. But there were a few entries that didn't quite qualify.
Well, but in Suburbiaville, would you ever find a mower lawn race like this one? Well, let me tell you something. I don't really think it's as difficult as they say it is. So we're soon going to find out.
Checkered flags blew in the breeze as the men and their machines made it over the finish line. But strategy, well, that was of the utmost importance.
The secret behind lawnmower racing is to get in the modified class. My father-in-law built this about 30 years ago, and it's still running, so he must have built it well.
What was the secret to you being so strong?
Well, I get a lot of backing from my family.
And of course, no race would be complete without the traditional celebration drink for the winner and the prestigious trophy. In Milford, Deborah Snell, Channel 9 News Watch.
What an absolute shame that we had to work today, or else we could have been out there rooting for victory.
They're ready for the NASCAR circuit.
You know, these two people take that very seriously out there. Of course, a couple years ago, I know we didn't cover it, and gosh, we got a lot of heat about this, you know.
Yeah, that's why we were there this year.
We have a couple of people here who are world record holders for that matter. I guess you'd call them age group Olympians, the LA Olympic Games. Well, today in Claremont County, race spokesman Jay McDaniel says the lawnmower contest was first started to bring the residents of the subdivision together. And he says it has grown into a major event. The winner of the modified mower category, Bob Dacey. But in the stock mower division, the results are still up in the air. Here's the story on that. McDaniel says an official petition has been filed to protest the title taken by Jerry Strom. Final decision, though, is expected tomorrow. Strom says all he used was his plain old Scott mower to take the title. That's some sports news that we wrestled from.
The 8th annual Eagle Ridge 1 lawnmower race competes to determine pack position. The quickest grass cutters advance to the rear.
A lot of drivers are looking at this machine and starting to worry. They talk about the Indy 500 design of the nose, also the extra reservoir of water. This squirt gun philosophy started under the feeling that you try and hit the other drivers between the eyes. If they can't see you, they can't beat you. Well, we were a few neighbors having a dinner, and one guy cut his grass so quickly, and we began to be a challenge. And that's how it started 8 years ago. And since then, it's blossomed into some 20 mowers, and it's all neighbors, and all neighbors having a good time meeting each other.
The winner of the stock class trophy, Skip Bosom. It's a traveling trophy, which explains the traveling salesman on top. Dan Royal, Eyewitness 12 News, Day Heights, Ohio.
Thank you, Dan. Only on the 4th of July. Still ahead on the News Hour. Cincinnati.